This is the world's most powerful break barrel air rifle on the market. Let's go and unbox this thing, see how good it actually is, and then go hunting with it. So this is a Hatton break barrel air rifle. It's a 30 caliber pellet gun. I've never even seen a 30 caliber pellet before, so this is going to be pretty crazy. In my last break barrel hunting video, I had a 25 caliber, and I thought that was crazy. So I can't wait to see what this thing is like. Okay, let's go and get solder wrapping. It is called the Carnivore something, Hatton Carnivore, something like that. Oh my goodness. Man, this thing just feels big. So this is actually my new most expensive break barrel air rifle now. Coming in at around $300. This thing better be good to be $300. So I bought 3 tins of these FX 30 caliber pellets. I'm gonna go ahead and open one of these. I just want to see how big these things actually are. Oh my goodness. They probably don't look that big on camera though. So this is a 177 caliber pellet, and this is the 30 caliber. Look how big that is compared to the 177. That is crazy. From what I've researched, this claims 500 feet per second, 34 foot-pounds of energy. But okay, I just gotta shoot this thing. I can't wait to shoot this. Oh my goodness! That is very hard to cock. I've never had one that hard to break open. That is so weird. A 30 caliber break barrel. Oh, that's weird. Okay, let's see how this thing shoots. Safety in the back, automatic. Whoa. Oh man. Jeez. That is like twice as hard to load as any other break barrel I've ever shot. I'm not joking at all. That is so weird. This is the new best break barrel trigger I've ever felt. Very small first stage. Second. Wait, I'm gonna show you guys the splash it makes when I shoot at this puddle. Whenever I unbox guns, I always shoot at this mud and this water just to get the idea of how powerful it is. That is the record for the highest splash. Okay, so far I'm really liking this. Don't worry, I won't destroy this one. I will keep this one nice, unless it ends up breaking on me. I think this is going to have no problem taking out a groundhog, which it shouldn't. I mean, a 30 caliber, 34 foot-pounds of energy. This should like be able to kill a coyote, no problem. These come with 150 pellets, and then I'm just gonna shoot one of these whole tins just to break this in good so we can get some consistent accuracy out of this thing. So I'm gonna go and start shooting this 150 more times, and then we'll get to the accuracy and see how it does. All right, it's the last pellet in the tin. Let's go and shoot it. I also put the scope on here already. So we're going to do the accuracy testing with this now. 12 yards away is a box over there, and there's a little tiny dot right there I'm going to take 5-shot group at. So I'm just going to rest on my truck mirror. It's actually a pretty steady rest, so I'll put you guys on the scope cam. Let's see how good this thing does. All right, first shot. We're going for groups, not trying to hit the dot. I either shot 5 or 6 times, I lost count. Okay, so here's the group. First shot was a little low, and then I decided to change the way I held the gun, and I did that. That was actually really good. That's about 3/4 of an inch maybe, somewhere around there, but that's really good. Basically all in the same hole. All right, I just moved this out to about 30 yards away. I wanna see how accurate this is, just in case like there's a groundhog out there 30 yards away, and you know I gotta snipe him with this thing, which we will be doing later in the video, but it might not be 30 yards. So 5 shots again with this, let's see how it does. That was definitely harder to try to keep this still, but groups did open up a little bit. Here's our 30-yard group. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The group looks like it about doubled, I guess. Still not bad. I'll take that at 30 yards. All right, guys, it's the next morning. We're going to be taking this big 30 caliber air rifle hunting. We'll see if we can get a bird and a groundhog with this. And then later in the video, I'm going to be dieseling the pellets and see how good that actually works. And then if the accuracy's still good, we'll hunt with those too. Let's go and get this thing loaded. It's gotten a little bit easier to cock. Not as bad as it was the first time. I'm gonna get one of these 30 caliber pellets in there. Let's go hunting. The birds today wouldn't let me get very close at all. I was only able to take shots at them between 30 and 50 yards. And for me, this rifle just isn't accurate enough to be able to consistently hit birds between those ranges. So I was finally able to get close enough to a sparrow that was about 20 yards away, and I took the shot. Oh. Well, I just got my first kill with this, but let's see what this 30 cal did to a little sparrow, which are pests around here. Shot one right through the middle, exited right through the middle. Not as much damage as I thought it would do. Thought it'd blow this thing up, but I mean, still dropped the Sparrow instantly. This is probably the heaviest air rifle I've ever held. With the scope and everything, easily 10 pounds. It's gotta be easily 10 pounds. This thing is not something you wanna walk around on the farm all day, but I mean, it just feels like a hunting rifle though. Like, you know what I mean? It just feels solid. The only thing, it's not really nothing wrong with it, but they cut, you see how the thing isn't cut like a square? It's kind of slanted. You can't really tell as much on camera, but just looking at it, like, you can tell it was like cut at an angle. That just shows like the precision of how this was made, I guess. But I mean, for a $300 gun, you'd think that would be cut perfectly. I don't know, maybe I'm just complaining about it too much. I don't know. Let's keep hunting, see what else we can find. Oh, got him. That was like a 35-yard shot from on top of this silo. I think he just fell down in here. See if I can find it. Well, I don't know where that starling went. I looked all over here and I can't find him. I'm whispering right now because there's a bunch of starlings right above me. Look at all of them. Let's see if I can get one. Oh, missed that. 50 yards. Oh, man. Alright guys, we're in the woods now. We're going to be trying to get a groundhog with that 30 caliber air rifle. So I just found these two really fresh groundhog holes. Actually, I don't even know if they're groundhog holes. That's why I brought the trail camera. You can see that is a pretty good sized hole. Whatever's living down there is pretty big. And here's a really fresh one. This one is also very big. I'm actually wondering if this is like a fox or coyote living in here. I mean, sometimes groundhogs will dig massive holes, but I don't know. Those ones are pretty big. They could be a coyote or fox living down there. What I'm going to do is put up this trail camera. We'll actually go to a different hole to hunt a groundhog there, and then later in the video, if this is a groundhog living here, we'll be hunting this one too. So let's go ahead and get this thing on video mode. Let's see, what hole should I put this at? I'm gonna put it at this one because it's so fresh. For groundhogs, I just like set the trail camera right there. I'll just get some rocks and put it on the strap to hold the trail camera up. I'm guessing it's a groundhog living there, but I don't know. It could be a fox or coyote. It'll be interesting to see what's down there, but I'm gonna get out of here. The flies are chasing me. So this is the spot I'm gonna be groundhog hunting first. I always see a big fat groundhog out here in the grass. Right over here, there's a hole right there and another one right there. And over in this barn, there's a couple holes right down there. Actually, when I was walking into the blind, I saw one just sitting out of the hole staring at me when I was walking into the blind. So I could have shot him, but you know, I didn't have anything set up yet. So I'm surprised he hadn't come back out yet. I've already been here for about 5 minutes, but it is so hot in here. It's seriously like 100 degrees in this blind right now. It is miserable, but I'm just gonna sit here and wait for him to come out. Seems like he's a pretty active one, so shouldn't have to wait too long. What? No way, did this thing just walk away from a headshot? I was like 100% sure this would kill a groundhog, no problem. 34 foot-pounds of energy should seriously have no problem with that shot placement. For anything bigger than like a squirrel, I cannot recommend hunting with this because it can't penetrate far enough, I think. I even moved all these gourd things out of the way to try to see if he just died back in there, but I mean, I can see the blood trail going back in there in his hole. Can't see too far down there though. But yeah, I don't see him anywhere. I'm pretty disappointed in this actually. I mean, I really hate wounding animals, but I seriously thought this would take out a groundhog no problem. I'm still gonna be trying to hunt a groundhog later in the video, but first we're gonna have to do some upgrades. All right guys, so a couple of days ago, right when I got the air rifle, I posted a poll on my YouTube channel asking you guys if I should try dieseling my pellets to make it shoot faster. And like 85% of you guys said, do it. So we're gonna be doing that. But first, let's check the trail camera at the groundhog hole. This thing's been here for like over 24 hours. Ew, it's all nasty. So that's been plenty of time to get whatever's coming out of here. Remember, this could be a fox or coyote. These holes are really big. Let's see what we got. Oh. Okay, that's just a big groundhog. It's just a groundhog living here. There's no coyote or fox. Yeah, you can't really see him too well. He's so close to the camera. But yeah, it's just a groundhog living here. So since we know there's a groundhog living back there, now let's go try to diesel these pellets and see if that actually makes them shoot fast enough to effectively kill a groundhog with a headshot. In this bag is a chronograph that I bought just for this testing. So let's go ahead and set it up. Okay, so first we're just gonna see the feet per second is without any dieseling on the pellets. Whoa, that's surprising. 592 feet per second. That's above what Hatton claimed this gun was able to shoot at. Let's do 2 more just to see how consistent it is. 584. 582. That should be enough power to kill a groundhog. Like, I've killed groundhogs with 15 foot-pounds of energy before. Okay, now for the D-Sling. I went on Amazon and bought this petroleum jelly. I did some research, and I mean, a lot of people use like that Vaseline stuff, and this is basically what it is. Supposedly it's going to damage the seals in this over time if you keep doing it, but honestly, I don't really care. It's got a little stick. I'm not sure how much to put in, but you're supposed to put it in the back. I'm just going to fill it all the way up to the top. See, it's level with the cup of the pellet. Now let's load this and see if it actually makes this shoot faster, because that would be awesome. I really hope it does. Whoa! That actually worked. Oh my goodness. Check out the speed on this. 772 feet per second. That is crazy power out of a brake barrel. That's gotta be like some record. I saw this one guy did it with one of the Hatton 30 calibers, and he only got like 50 foot-pounds of energy. Now, is it gonna shoot at a consistent velocity? That's what we need to find out, because that's going to affect our accuracy too. And it kicks too. It's louder and it kicks harder. 782. So if you don't know how this works, when you go to shoot it, the air compresses, you know, however much PSI on the back of it, and it like explodes inside your barrel, and that's what shoots it out faster, at least from what I've read online. That's what's gonna damage the seals in this, but like I said, if it's gonna get me a groundhog, good enough for me. Oh, 793. That is crazy. What if we could get up to 800 feet per second? I found a secret trick to getting 800 feet per second. I didn't have another gun. This is the only gun I brought here, and 805 feet per second. So what I did is I shot 2 pellets in a row that had the jelly in them, and then I just shot a normal pellet, and then the normal pellet is the one that goes above 800 feet per second every time. So the velocity using this jelly is actually pretty consistent, but is it going to be accurate enough to hunt with? That's what we're going to find out now. So for the accuracy now, I got a box over there. There's a tiny dot right in the center of it. I'm only going to do a 3-shot group. Each shot's going to have the jelly. Between each shot, I'm gonna shoot a normal pellet just to keep things kind of consistent. I think it helps a little bit so it's not overheating a bunch. I'm basically shooting 6 shots for our 3-shot group down there. Oh my goodness. I'm just going to tell you guys right now, we are going groundhog hunting with this. I was not expecting that. This is only like 10 or 12 yards away. This is like better than our first group with, you know, just the stock gun. Ouch. That was 3 shots right there. Basically 1 hole. That is crazy good. I still need to sight it in a little bit more, but de-sling the pellets actually made it more accurate, I think. So I'm gonna keep shooting this, get it sighted in a little bit more, and then we'll go groundhog hunting tomorrow. We'll see if we can get that big groundhog over there in the woods. All right guys, it's the next day. I put up a ground blind here, and I'm about 10 yards away from both the holes, the one right there and the other one by that stump right there. So whenever I hunt with brake barrels, I always check my zero before I start hunting, especially like when I'm sitting in a ground blind, because even if you hold it just a slightly different way, it can really affect where your aim goes. So it's going to keep the groundhog from coming out for a while, but it's definitely worth it. You want to be 100% sure you know where your shot is going. Let's get a diesel pellet loaded up. I'll put you on the scope cam. We'll take a sighter in shot. I already took a random shot right there on the tree. I'll just aim for that. 1/4 inch off. I'll go 1 click to the left, and I think that'll be good. I'm gonna have the gun facing down. If I hold it upright, you know, the jelly's gonna like probably melt and start sliding down. So I'm just gonna clamp it down in my tripod. So it's 10:15 in the morning. From looking at the trail cam footage, this groundhog did seem pretty active. I mean, I'm not expecting to wait here very long for him. Okay, I'll just put you guys on the scope cam when the groundhog comes out. Oh, that had to get him. Yes! Oh gosh, I probably should put another shot in him. That was pretty low. Yes, we got a groundhog with the 30 caliber. That's the most excited I've ever been seeing a groundhog come out, because I was hunting here for 5 hours yesterday and I didn't even see him, but I was only here for like 20 minutes and he finally came out. Oh my goodness, I'm still shaking so much. Let's pull this thing out, see how big he is. Pretty big one. It's an adult groundhog for sure. Not huge though. That's where I hit him the first shot. It was pretty low, like almost in the neck. 60 foot-pounds of energy. That's enough to put him down. I don't see any exit. So last time I shot a groundhog, it was just a little yearling. It wasn't nearly as big as this one right here. I tried eating it and it turned out pretty good. I'm guessing it's going to be pretty bad because there's just more fat on these, the bigger ones, but we're gonna go cook this thing, see how good we can make it taste. Alright guys, so I made a nice big fire down there. Got the groundhog right here in this bag. I'm gonna show you how we're gonna cook it. So, just got my pot full of spider webs. Fill up some of this creek water. Get the groundhog, drop it in there, set it over the fire. And then I got some of this Old Bay seasoning. That's really all the seasoning I had. So, just gonna dump it all in there. Just missed half of it. And yeah, we'll just let that boil there in that seasoning. Bro, I forgot this thing had plastic handles on it. Doesn't this just look so good? Well, what you guys didn't see before is my nice big fire, but the water boiled over and just like the fire went out almost, but it's coming back and it's about ready to boil over again. All right, this thing's been boiling for about half an hour, so I'm assuming it's probably done by now. It's kind of hard to get this off with one hand. Oh. Oh, that smoke is hot. Ouch. What if I accidentally just poured it out onto the ground? Looks done. Well, you can't see that now. Looks done to me. If this tastes good or bad either way, I'm probably going to be disappointed because if it tastes good, that means I'm going to have to start cooking all these after I shoot them because I hate cleaning these. These are like the worst animals ever to skin. But if it tastes bad, you know, I spent like over an hour to cook this thing and then I'll be kind of disappointed anyways, but okay, it might be edible. Let me try another piece. Just disgusting. Flavor's not bad. Tastes like a chewy rabbit or squirrel. I do think it has potential to be good if I like cooked it a different way, but this way it's disgusting. I'm just gonna leave this for the raccoons to eat. All right, so that's it for this video. Subscribe if you like air gun hunting.